Hello and welcome to today's video as we finish up this short little 5-day series about teams and how they shared gold and where their damage production came from. Today we have supports, which is the role where you'd expect no damage to really come from. However, if you really look over here, when we have like BLG on, Huhi, Mickey X, and Barrel, they actually outdamaged players like Juhan, and I think somebody else was really, maybe even Pioshik, very low on the list of junglers. And it's just something to really think about. Hey, there were actually supports that outdamaged other teams' carry-oriented roles, if you will. Now, percentage-wise, though, On is by himself, 4.3%, and everybody else is in the 5 to 6% range, but On is dealing that much more damage for BLG than others relative to the gold he's receiving. He's the most efficient in share. That means BLG give him a piece of the pie and he gives them a bigger piece of pie back in terms of damage. However, NRG Huhi, Mad Lions Koi Alvaro, G2 Mickey X, Rogue Zolis, KC Targamas, T1 Caria, KT Barrel, Shopify Rebellion Zazel, FlyQuest Bucio, FPX Life, and KDF Andal Quantum Hybrid, duo if you will, all in that 5 to 6% range. And there are different types of teams there, right? You have good teams like T1 or, I guess T1, FlyQuest, G2. Mad Lions Koi are going to Worlds. Alvaro is a very good support. I said that going into the season. One of the few things I got right about Mad going in. Zolis I thought was going to look good for Rogue, but Rogue were altogether bad, and I do hope Zolis gets an opportunity elsewhere. But G2 being up here, not a big surprise. Especially when you think about how Caps' damage was so little in the mid lane role. And of course T1, Caria, very aggressive. Bucio for FlyQuest, an aggressive, very wide champion pool type of support. Champion Ocean, Life, Champion Ocean. And those are the guys that may play more aggressive supports. Maybe ADC supports, etc. On the lower end of things, Weibo Crisp, Thunder Talk, Chow Chow, and Feather. 100 Thieves, Isla, Genji, Lahens, BDS, Lebrav, EDG, Wink, which is a surprise. You'd think Wink would be higher, but not the case. Fear X, Execute, Enduro. And then this should actually be Giant X. Juhan is by himself, which is why Jackie's was so high in the mid lane video. Minus 9% almost. Ignar did not play very aggressive champions. He had like Lulu games and shit in there. You probably see that with these guys, but these types of supports were not doing that. It is a surprise, though, to see like Lahens on there. But then again, if Chovy is dealing a ton of damage and Keen is dealing a ton of damage, then the share in the end is going to be lower for a player like Lahens. This is not necessarily to say they're bad players, but the damage share wasn't really coming out of those guys. Now over here, there's not as many teams listed, and it's because the majority fell into the 0.8 to 0.6 range, and it was 30 teams, right? So I'm not writing 15 teams on here. But BLG on by himself 0.96, followed by Huhi, Mickey X, and Barrel. And that's not a big surprise. Some people could argue Huhi is one of the better supports in NA. Is he the best? No, but he's one of the better ones, and he gets opportunities to deal damage. KT, Barrel, is going to do that as well. Lower end of things, Thunder Talk, damn phone's going off and it's distracting me. Thunder Talk, lower end of here, EDG, Fear X, BDS, Giant X. So a lot of LEC representation towards the bottom. And you look at BDS's bot duo all together. Ice was last place. Lebrav, second last. BDS, a lot of their issues, in my opinion, and why they're not going back to Worlds, is because the bot lane duo did not pack a punch. It just simply wasn't the case. It just sucked up gold, and it didn't deal damage. It just didn't. And that's probably why they aren't where they are. A lot of people want to sing. I know we have somebody in the Discord that just loves to talk great about Ice, but Ice just did not deal any freaking damage this year for the most part. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.